4:16 a.m. Just woke up. About to hop straight into the morning routine. So let's get it. In my bed, that's out of the way. Took a piss, brushed my teeth, and now I'm jumping straight into my routine. So I try to keep it as simple as possible. So 32 ounces of water, about to down that, and then a journal for a little bit. And then I'm gonna do my 50 push-ups outside, which should be kind of interesting because we got completely snowed out in Richmond last night. So I'm looking outside now and it doesn't look so good. And then we're gonna go straight into the cold shower. I, it's about 4:40 right now. I'm about to head outside. I'm gonna get a weigh in first, and then I'm about to head outside to my push-ups, which should again be interesting because let me look outside now. Dude, we got completely snowed out in Richmond. So, and the only good thing is that it's 28 degrees. And yesterday when I did my push-ups outside, it was 18. So technically it's warmer, and that makes me a little bit happier. But then again, I'm probably gonna be like bonding with the snow when I'm doing my push-ups, and probably gonna be like hugging it damn near. So, and I know we got like 4 or 5 inches. So this is the part that I sometimes delay the most, especially if it's like, because we've had nights as cold as like below 10 degrees. So sometimes I delay this because I start like bitching at myself, and then I get through it and I feel a lot better. And then I get in my cold shower, and then that's when I really lock in. So I'm gonna get the weigh in, and then I'm gonna get to it. I'm sorry, but I couldn't. It feels really warm outside, which is crazy. Oh, it feels actually really good. I can't do bare feet in the snow, so I don't know if y'all gonna get mad at me for wearing shoes, but I'm wearing fucking shoes. And I'm wearing gloves for sure. Alright, boys, just finished up my morning routine. Got my black coffee in hand right here, and feeling a lot better, especially after running that cold therapy, cold exposure. Did the push-ups outside. It wasn't as bad as I thought because I was explaining earlier that it was 18 degrees yesterday and now it's 28. So surprisingly, I could tell the difference. And when I walked outside, it felt fine. And then got the cold shower in. I feel like that's what really does it for me, is getting a cold shower in. And that really just shocks my mind because cold exposure outside, like, I think it's more of a discipline thing because one, I don't want to do push-ups in the morning. It's not some sort of like, I'm trying to get bigger. That's not why I do push-ups. It's straight discipline and mindset. It's because I don't want to, and I want to force myself in uncomfortable positions. So that's why I do the push-ups outside. And then since it's just like I feel the cold air, but it's not hitting me, and the cold shower is hitting me. So that's why, like, and it feels great for recovery because I hit legs yesterday. So just my muscles getting hit with cold water. It's good. But yeah, I was gonna run through specifically the method that I use in the morning. It's called the 5-4-5 method. And this is something that my mentor, John Mark Stevenson, he uses. And I implemented I implemented I implemented it. My brain's not working. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that for myself. So I want to run through specifically what it means, the 5-4-5, and why it's been so effective and why I've been able to wake up consistently 4:15 for, I'd say it's been months now. But it's 5:20 right now. I usually don't take this long. It's about like a 45-minute morning routine. But I was trying to like talk it through my routine and specifically in action while I'm doing the routine, why I do it. So I push the time back, and I usually hit fasted cardio in the morning, but it's Saturday, so I just have my main lift later in the day once I get a pre-workout meal in. All right, hopefully that's a little bit of better angle. The 5-4-5 method is broken down very simple, and then I'll go into specifically, but it's 5 goals that you set for yourself that you're working towards actively. It's a 4-step simple morning routine. And it's 5 needle moving tasks that you have to get done that day. So the reason why it's so important to have a solid morning routine, because one, you got to start your day off right. If you have a successful morning, I guarantee you can just attack and conquer your day. Like, I know when I was doing whatever the fuck back in college, and I didn't have no morning routine, like I just wake up when I felt like it, when my body would tell me to, and then I'd wander around a little bit, do whatever. And I could tell the productivity in my days just completely shifted as soon as I started implementing a routine. And there's always got to be a process towards a habit that you're trying to put in. And I'm reading, you probably can't see it. Damn, where is it? I'm reading Atomic Habits. It's my second read of this because it is so insightful, and it's always good to look at something from a different perspective, from a different lens. So in that book, he talks a lot about habit stacking, and that's when you have a good habit, like let's say the 32 ounces of water, and you stack it with journaling. Journaling, it's a mindset thing. Journaling, it's business. I have goals I'm working towards. That's business. So you can habit stack. That's what James Clear talks about in his book. And then also, you can't get a new habit in place without a process. Like, the process is the backbone towards success. If you don't have no process, you're not gonna get success. There's a quote, but I can't remember it right now. It was gonna be a cool quote. Maybe I'll throw it up on screen if I remember. But again, that's exactly what the 5-4-5 is it's a process towards setting myself up in the day for success. That's exactly what I'm doing. So more specifically, and I'm gonna throw up an example of how I journal out the 545 on my on the journal that I use every day, which I use in the morning. And I'd have the date posted up on top, and then the 5 goals that I'm actively working towards. And this can be really anything you want. And again, you got to use I must, I will, or I intend. You got to frame it like that because that's how you want to put it in your mind. And I already went on a little riff about the subconscious mind, but again, it's the most impressionable in the morning, right when you wake up. So it's the best time to reflect on your goals, best time to keep it top of mind because auto suggestion plays a factor into your daily life, into your actions, and you wanna align your actions with your goals, obviously, because if you don't have a goal that you're working towards actively, then if you have no goal, you are nothing. That's what Earl Nightingale says, and that resonated heavy with me because every man has to have a direction in life, and if you don't, you're just wandering. So you don't want to be wandering. But again, it can be any goals that you want, but you have to be intentional with the goal that you set for yourself. So like even when you're writing it down, like you have to visualize, and even like as I'm about to fall asleep, I'm visualizing the goals I have set for myself. Like it has to be constantly, and once you start putting it in the morning, once you start writing it in the morning, you're gonna constantly remind your subconscious mind. You'll start thinking about it more and more often. And goals, aspirations, desires, they're constantly floating around in the subconscious mind. You just have to capture it. So if you're asking yourself, what do you want out of life? What's your goal? Think really, like you got to think deeply about it, what you really want out of life. And I mean, it's okay to change goals, but you, let me say that again. You don't want to constantly keep changing the goals you have set for yourself, but you can always change the plan. The plan can change, but the goal, the achievements don't. Anytime you have the question set out for yourself, you want to ask yourself constantly, do I deeply desire this? Is this something that I really want in my life? Like, you can't just pick up a goal after someone else. Like, getting in a Lambo, that's not really a goal that resonates with you too much just because you see entrepreneurs in Miami driving supercars. That's not a goal that really resonates with you and you deeply desire. But for goals, take a lot of time figuring out what you want, because truly, once you realize how much you can manipulate your own reality, you realize there is no limit. And it's a crazy feeling. All it is just time. Like the only difference between me right now and the man I desire to become is time. That's it. Like I know I'm gonna get through the trial and error. I'm a persistent guy. I'm gonna get it done no matter what. So I know I just gotta be patient and just continue being impatient with inputs that I put in on the daily, being patient with my outputs, and continue just to give in this world. Constantly just giving out, not expecting anything in return. It's very simple, and it gives you a lot of peace of mind. Like I feel great being able to give so much, and I truly don't expect nothing in return. Just because I care, I took the focus off myself. I stopped being selfish. I stopped telling myself that I'm doing this for myself, and I started telling myself that I want to help this person out. I genuinely do. I want this person's life to be a little bit easier. So moving on to the 4-step morning routine. The goal here is you want to be simple. Like I showed you my morning routine. I made my bed, obviously. I mean, if you're not making your bed in the morning, that's something that's a staple of my life. I've never had a problem making my bed. So that's just deeply enrooted in me because I've been doing that since I was a kid. Taking a piss, brushing my teeth, basic hygiene stuff. But the actual morning routine, the 32 ounces water, which I make the night before, by the way, so you don't have to go to the kitchen and go to get water and then put salt, put orange juice or lemon in it, preferably lemon. And then let me take that back. So with the 4-step morning routine, the reason why I set out 32 ounces of water, journaling, 50 push-ups, and cold shower is because you want to choose steps, simple steps in your morning routine that reflect your goals, reflect the goals you set for yourself. So for example, 32 ounces of water, I care a lot about my health and my physique. I'm constantly working, I'm dieting, I'm in the gym constantly. So that's a direct thing for my health. I'm dehydrated in the morning, I'm instantly drinking water. It boosts my metabolism by getting the citric acid from oranges or lemons, and then also salt. That's good for sodium intake. Helps me retain the water instead of actually just pissing it out. So that directly reflects on my health, and that's already a win in my day. And then my journaling, that's mindset. That's also business because I'm reminding myself what I'm working towards. So again, laying out those 5 goals that I'm working towards in my journal, and I'll throw it up on screen again. And then I'm writing my morning routine laid out just so I know, like it's just right in front of me what I'm doing. I'm checking it off as I go. And then I'm just writing out just my thoughts, and that helps me clear my mind. So it ties in a little bit into mindset. So business and mindset is the second step in my morning routine. That's what it reflects. The third one is push-ups. It's not a strength thing. It's not trying to get bigger. It's straight discipline and it's straight mindset. I always want to push myself to new levels of discomfort. I honestly hate the cold. I'm Canadian, and that's a little bit odd, but I am from down. I was raised down south in Richmond, Virginia. So we do get snow here. We do have cold here, but I've been exposed myself so much to cold that I've been just hating it. So it's uncomfortable for me. That's exactly why I do it. So in the morning, do my push-ups, and I also post that on my Instagram story because I want to hold others accountable. I want to show that I'm up working. Doing my push-ups, that's just a simple thing I do daily. And then I'm doing 50 of those. And then cold shower, it shocks my mind and body. That's 1, health. That's 2, discipline and mindset. You can say it ties into, because again, I hate the cold. It ties into being uncomfortable, pushing myself to uncomfortable things. And that's another reason, and I'll bring this up too, that's another reason why I wake up at 4:15 a.m. It's because it's uncomfortable. The number one thing that humans love and is comfort for them is sleeping in. And the most discomfort that a human has is waking up early, especially at 4:15. And you don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. to be successful. You don't have to wake up at early times. Really, you can wake up whenever you want. It just has to be like a set routine. And I just found that 4:15 works best for me, and I really enjoy working my ass off in the early morning when I know everyone else is asleep. And by the time it's even noon, I already got more done in my day than I have in a week in previous years of my life. So I just see my productivity just skyrocket as soon as I switch my routine. And I tested this out plenty. So as soon as I switched my morning routine at 4:15, I was at 5 a.m. when I was in my first year of college. I was doing that consistently. And I switched over to, I think I just jumped straight to 4:15 because I felt like that worked best for me. So that's the reason why I do my early morning wake up, and then laid out my whole routine: 32 ounces of water, journaling, 50 push-ups, and then my cold shower. But truly, these morning steps can be anything you want. It just has to reflect on the goals you set for yourself. And I walked you through exactly how I thought about that. And then lastly, before I wrap up this video, is the 5-4-5. The 5 at the end is 5 daily tasks that you have set for yourself. And you constantly want to be moving the needle forward. Like, think about it. At the end of the month, you won't be asking yourself how much time, you won't be asking yourself, how many times did I fold my laundry this month? How many times did I clean my room this month? How many times did I clean my car this month? That's just bullshit. You don't want to be tracking, That's stuff you can put aside. So
Alex Hormozy talks about this, and he says in the first 4 to 6 waking hours of your day, you want to do nothing but needle moving tasks. So ask yourself, what tasks reflect on the goals that I set for myself that would move me closer to those goals? And you focus on the micro, and then you see the macro right in front of you. Macro is the goals. The micro is those small tasks that move you a little bit closer to the goals. Like I said, be impatient with the inputs you set for yourself and patient with the outputs. So those goals could literally just be sitting on your journal for the next 3 to 5 years. But if you're constantly moving the needle forward through those 5 tasks you set for yourself in the day, and you get them done no matter what, you don't do anything else until those 5 tasks are done, then it's guaranteed that you'll hit that goal eventually, unless you're just not doing anything. So again, I've tested out a lot of different things, and I got this 5-4-5 method from John Mark Stevenson. That's my mentor, and I've seen my productivity just absolutely do numbers because of this. But listen, that's all I wanted to run through today, and hopefully I was trying to be as authentic as I can, walking through my morning routine from when I woke up this morning to now 5:35. So again, for my day, I have it laid out the whole day. So task by task, I follow my Google Calendar religiously. And usually I'd be doing cardio, maybe recording a little gunshin talk, but we're going to go straight into reading, meditation, get some daily habits out the way, because I value my personal development a lot, and I want to constantly reinvest back into myself. And then we're going to go straight into the new needle moving task, which is editing this video and putting it out for y'all. But hope y'all got some value out of this. I wanted to make it more of a longer talk. I need to focus more on really prolonging my talks, but still giving the same value and trying to explain it as thorough and as simple as I can. So again, I hope you found value out of this video, and yeah, I'll see y'all boys later.